Welcome everybody to our Green Acres, and my name is Teresa. I'm so glad y'all are here today. We are going to go in to my Goodwill. I try to go in at least once a week just to see what new items they've put on the shelves. So let's go in, shop around, and see if we can find some good deals. In the video today, I will go back home, do some research, and show y'all some of the items that we saw in the thrift store. We're going to compare prices. I'm going to look them up online. I'll do like Google Lens on some of these items just to look up, get some of the history on them, just to see what they are and what kind of a savings that you can get on these top items when you go to the local thrift stores. My Goodwill is located in Athens, Alabama, and I've got to say that it is a really good Goodwill. I feel like we have really good prices, and we have a lot of nice items that get donated. The first thing I noticed was this really large jar. This was really tall. I love big jars like this, and I'm actually looking for some bigger pieces like this to put some really pretty florals and stems in. This has more of a glazed salt wash on top of it, but let me know, should we do a textured paint on it or just leave it like it is? I did go out and research just to make sure $15 wasn't, too much to pay for it, and it looks like $15 was a good deal when eBay is selling them in the $50 range. This little Southern Living at Home bud vase was really pretty for 99 cents. I wanted to pick it up, but I really didn't need it, so I left it behind. Now this item right here, I don't know what this is. It is a ceramic piece, and I can't make out what the writing says. It does have a hanger on the side or at the top of it. It was $2.99, but if you know what the purpose of this is, please comment below and let us know. I love this little stoneware creamer with the lid. I thought it was really pretty. And they also had a couple of really nice pictures on this day. I love white glazed pictures, and I have several that I have collected over the years. So I left that one behind, but it about killed me. I wanted to bring it home too, but I didn't need it. This little grapevine woven basket is beautiful, and look at the detail on that handle. This would be so pretty to get this. Take all the stuff that's in it out and put some beautiful seasonal greenery in it, especially for fall or Christmas. Now these baskets right here are really pretty. They've got handles on the sides. They've got a linen insert. There was one on one part of the shelf, and then when I walked on down looking, I found another one. So they had a pair of these. What was strange, though, is they had one that was marked for $2.99, and this one on down the aisle was $3.99. But still, for $7 getting a pair of matching baskets, I still think $7 is a really good deal on those. Now, I love metal silver trays because you could do so many things with this, and especially around the Christmas holiday. There's so many DIY projects that you can make with trays like this, and for $5.99, that's a really good deal, and it makes a great project piece. Now, I told y'all they had a lot of pictures this day. If sometimes you find a picture at the thrift store and you don't like the graphics on it, you can always spray paint it. Now, these wicker wrap jugs were really pretty, and you can see that one retailed somewhere for $23.99, and they had two of them. They were $6 each, so for $12, I think you still got a really good deal, because if you went out and paid retail for them, you would have probably paid $50 a pair for them. And wicker wrapped glass right now is so trendy. You can get glasses and candle votives and pictures, and they can run up in the money. I've gotten several pieces of this here and there, and the prices can range in different retailers and online. But anytime you see wicker wrap glassware and you can use it in your home, definitely pick it up, especially when you can find it at the thrift store. Now this was a handmade piece. You can see it signed on the bottom, but I love the detail on that, and whoever created that, they did a really good job. Now these little hanging terracotta pots I thought were really pretty, and I think they were probably terracotta color, and it looks like somebody probably painted them, and they did a really good job because I love the color of them. And for fall, those right there are really pretty. Now you could always detach them and do something else with the pots. And right above those, for $3.99 each, they had those little wicker succulents. So these little 4 pots at Goodwill, they had those for $3.99 for all 4. So I think for $4 that was a really good deal. Because similar items out online, I went out and priced them that were similar, and you can see they run up into the $30 range. So I think for $3.99 that was a great deal. Ceramic cookie jars are so popular these days. They are really coming back. And a lot of these can run up in the money. I know Pottery Barn has a big selection that a lot of people love to collect. And a lot of people this time of the year are looking for the gingerbread type cookie jars. This one right here doesn't have a name on the bottom, but I was able to look it up and I did find one exactly like this that was listed on eBay and it was selling for $50. So I feel like $7.99 was probably a really good deal for this. This is a very neutral looking one, so you could probably leave this out throughout all the seasons. I always love to find lanterns at the thrift store, and this is a true vintage one. They had $7.99 on it. This would make a great decor piece for your front porch or for the inside of your home around the Christmas and the winter season. I always love to take y'all down the lamp aisle because you never know what kind of lamp you are going to find. And this one right here was such a beauty. She reminded me of a leg lamp. Now this terrarium right here was back in the back of the store where the books are. They always have some shelves back in the back where the book section is because they have more room back there. So you always have to go and browse those shelves. But that right there was $9.99. Glass terrariums can run up in the money. Now, if you had one similar to that one and you had it on a stand, you can see that that was $529. You could also get that one. It was plain, but just giving you an idea, this one was on Amazon, but look, they have a decal on the front of it, and it's got a little bit more ornate detail to it, but just giving you ideas. If you see a piece like that out in the wild, you could always come home and put some more detail to it, put a transfer on it, and you could really, make it your own. I told y'all they had a lot of pictures this day. This one right here was vintage. It had some crackle to it. I love that because it just goes to show its age and character. This one was only $3.99. I love styling these because there's so many things that you can put in these and use these for. But I thought this one, like I say, I love the age on it. They had some greenery, and I've told y'all our Goodwill does not have the best floral section, but every now and then you'll find a piece kind of tucked in on a shelf. This piece of greenery right here would be great for Christmas or wintertime, and it was priced at $4.99. Our Goodwill may not have the best floral section, but I think they do have the best dishware section. I love these cereal bowls right here. These are some really nice stoneware bowls. They had a set of 4. Each one, though, was $1.99, but still, for $8, that is some beautiful stoneware. I went out and priced these, and I found some that were similar by the same brand, and a set of 4 run, on eBay around $25. Found some that were very similar and in color to the ones at my Goodwill, and this set of 3 were $46. So I still think for $8, those at Goodwill were still a really good deal. This piece on the shelf really caught my eye. I love the color of this and just the opulent look to this glass. This is the Last Supper. This was $3.99, but this is a beautiful plate. Now, I think these are called bread plates where you can put a loaf of bread on it. I didn't find one that was the same color as the one at Goodwill, but I did see this one, and I think it's called the Tiara Indiana glass set. This one is very similar too. But as you can see, $20 range. So I think for $3.99 for that beautiful Last Supper bread plate was a really good deal. And I also saw this beautiful glass tray. This would be gorgeous styled for the Christmas season. It was only $4.99 and it was a really good size. This right here, you could put some greenery on it, put some really pretty flameless or, flame candles on it. and I went out and just researched what a tray like that would be like with that gold rim. Now this is a set of 2 on Amazon, something similar. It was the $60 range, and this one right here is called a martini tray, and it is up in the $200 range. So just going to show you that things that are, could be very affordable dupes for expensive type items, be on the lookout for those at your thrift store. I wanted this item right here, but they only had one. I looked the shelves over just to see if they had some more to make a set. This is more of a mercury glass candle votive with a really pretty rhinestone jewel on the front. This was only 99 cents. I really wish they would have had at least a set or, a pair, and I would have got those for Christmas. But as you can see, some, even without the rhinestones on the front, what the prices run. And just one, this one is on eBay for $7.99. But just another great item for 99 cents where you couldn't go to a yard sale and probably get it that cheap. Now these right here were absolutely beautiful. I probably should have got these, but again, I didn't know where I would put these. These look like they were hand painted. These, y'all, were half off this day, so they would have been 50 cents each. Look at the price of these. I looked these up. They are hand painted, but a set of 2 runs for $60. I could have got all 4 for $2. So y'all, you just never know what the greatest deal of the day is going to be. Another reason I love going to the thrift store and looking at items and then coming home and researching them is you learn a lot, and you learn about things that you may want to be out on the lookout for, or even that you can order online or find in retail stores. This right here, it looks like it's a hand-painted plate, and it is signed on the back of it by Mary Beth. So I went out and researched it, and you can find similar items to it that were $22 range, and this one was similar to it. Each one, I think, probably has a different design on it, but this one was $14 on eBay. That one that I found at Goodwill was brand new. I don't think it ever been used. It was for decorative use only, not to be eaten on, but it would make a great addition to your fall and Thanksgiving decor. Now I found this really pretty set of red dishware. Now this would be beautiful for the Christmas season. If you decorate with the traditional colors of the reds and the greens, this would be gorgeous. I looked this up. These were 99 cents for the smaller plates, and they had some of the larger plates, and I think they were $1.99. So that would still be a good deal if you could find 4 big plates, and you can see the stack that they had of the smaller plates. So I think you could definitely get, hopefully, a set of 4. So just, always be on the lookout at your thrift store for some really pretty dishware. The name of the brand of these are called Today's Home. They didn't have the coffee mugs to match, but if you got a coffee mug and one of the dinner plates, it would be $10 on eBay. So you would probably get a good deal buying the smaller plates and the larger plates and getting a set. Now, if you collect Rae Dunn, our Goodwill has usually a lot of times they have a lot of donated items that are Rae Dunn. This right here was cute. It had some mittens on the back. Let's get cozy on the front. A piece that was similar to it, I looked it up. This one was $15. So, if you collect Rae Dunn, that was probably, just a good deal for you if you found it and you wanted to add to your collection. Now, these right here I thought were Pioneer Woman, but they aren't. I did some research on these. These are some poppy flowers. They do look a lot like the Pioneer Woman design, but look at the price of these, $20 each for one bowl. So those at Goodwill were definitely a good deal. And these would be beautiful styled in the springtime. And mentioning Pioneer Woman, a lot of times you can find a lot of her items in our thrift store. Pioneer Woman has put out different designs throughout the years, and most of the time it's really full of color and florals. That style plate is called From My Frontier. I don't know if this is more of one of her vintage patterns, but it's $2.99 each plate. But for $3 for the plate at the thrift store is a good deal, because on eBay they're $16 each. So if you collect that design, the thrift store is a great place to be on the lookout for those to add to your collection. Now, here's just a comparison to what the Pioneer Woman's design is for this year. Really went away from a lot of those multicolored florals now to more of the neutral style. This little tea kettle was very popular, and I think it's pretty much sold out everywhere in this color. This one is on Poshmark for over $100, but it usually retails for $27.97 at Walmart. It comes in brown, green, and red. But just to give you an idea of how the Pioneer Woman has changed her style throughout the years. Now, if this pattern ever goes to the thrift store and is on the shelf, I'm definitely going to be picking up some Pioneer Woman and adding that to my collection. This leaf tray right here was really pretty, and it was half off day for yellow sticker. So this little leaf plate would only be $1.50, and they had two of these. So you could set these out as a pair and style these for fall. These little dragonfly I guess these are like some kind of little planters that you could set outside. I thought they were a little pricey at $4 each, but I did think they were cute. Now, I love ornate dishware sets. Y'all know this is where I've gotten all of my dishes for both my homes for 99 cents, and again, half off yellow stickers, so these plates would be 50 cents. And those are some really nice made plates. Now, like I told y'all, houses and canisters and cookie jars right now are very trendy. A lot of people are trying to find these, especially for the fall and the Christmas season, to be like the gingerbread. So, but these right here were really pretty. The small one was $2.99, the medium was $3.99, and this large one right here is $4.99. Now, I guess since they had three of these are not cookie jars. These are probably more like canisters. But these would make beautiful pieces to set out, in your display. And I'm sure these are called some kind of a village house. I did go out and look these up. These did come up, some very similar. So for a set of three, you can see it's almost $100. So those at the Goodwill were a really good deal. Now this was a really pretty textured leopard print mug. Y'all know I love mugs, and that one was really pretty and nicely made. Now I love these sconces. These right here were only $2.99. This was like something you probably would have purchased at Kirkland's, and I'm sure these probably ran up in the money. For $6 you could get a pair of them. I did go out and I found some on eBay. This one right here is $20. So for a set like at Goodwill, they would have been $40, plus you would have had to pay shipping. So $6 was a really good deal. Now, always check the bottom shelf at the thrift store, because this was back in the back on the bottom shelf. I think sometimes that's where you find the best treasures, is on that bottom shelf, especially back in the back. This was only $4, y'all. This is a really good quality one. You can see it's got some patina on it. It's not solid brass, but I'm not real sure what it's made of. But it is made in India. I tried to do some research on it. I couldn't find anything that looked like that type of brass or brass plated, whatever it's called. But I did just kind of, to give y'all an idea what one sconce that is in similar design of that one runs, and they run anywhere from $25 to $30 range for one sconce. So that one was $3.99. So I think that was a really great deal. Now you can just find random things sitting on the shelves at our Goodwill, and they have a couple of aisles that is just like random things. And I love looking on these shelves because you never know what you're going to find. This is just a large decorative wicker ball. It was, I think, $1.99, but that makes a great home decor piece if you have a stack of books. You need something, to go on top of them. Something like that really adds that extra detail. Now, I haven't seen one of these in a long time, but this is a flask. It did say it's stainless steel on the bottom. It's a 6-ounce size. So I thought that I love the crocodile imprint on this. I'm not sure if it's real leather, but I did go out and I did price out some similar items to this. But it does look like it was genuine crocodile leather. It said this one was selling for around the $38 range. This one is very similar to the one that I found at Goodwill, so $1.99 was probably a good deal. I love this little wire basket. I'm not sure if this is handmade, but look at the little detail of this. Is this not the cutest thing? Now this bowl right here is so pretty, and for Christmas time coming up, I think this would make a great serving bowl. Now this has got like a wire wrapped structure to it. The glass bowl does come out. It's just like an insert into this wire structure. This is metal. It's got, a little bit of a pedestal stand. The sticker on the inside of the bowl said it was $7.99. So I think that's a great deal. So just a good piece to have for the Christmas season. I tried looking it up. I couldn't find the exact one, but similar bowls to this style run up into the money. So I'm sure that one was probably a great deal for $8. You just never know what you're going to find at the thrift store. And this beautiful vase caught my eye. Look at the glitter and the sparkle in this paint. This is absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of a peacock tail. Just all those beautiful colors in there. I just couldn't quit looking at it. And I did not see a marking on it. I didn't look, super close, but I couldn't find anything to tell me, who made it, or if this is just like, store bought. I'm not sure. And I also saw this little vase right beside it, and I thought it was really pretty, and that would be a beautiful vase for springtime. I did Google search the blue vase. This came up as a similar item, and it does look very similar. So if it was a Dale Tiffany Milano blue vase, these run up in the money. So y'all remember the 50-cent hand-painted wine glasses we thought were a great deal? This vase right here might have been the best deal. So comment below if you know anything about this maker, and if this vase was made by the Dale Tiffany guy. Now this vase, I looked it up, but look at the detail on it. It's absolutely beautiful. I love, the graphic on it. And like I say, for spring and summer, that's absolutely beautiful for $2.99. It's selling on eBay for $13.25. So that wasn't a great deal, but still, for a few dollars, that would make a great piece to put back and save for the springtime. Now this right here caught my eye because y'all know I love chickens, and chickens are always very popular home decor item. I thought this was a lamp, but when I did some research and looked it up, this is a Scentsy warmer. So I didn't read the Scentsy label while I was videoing, but now going back and editing the video, I see the label. So I did look this piece up. It was selling for $9.99 at Goodwill. So you can buy a similar item. It looks like maybe that little warmer cup was missing out of the one at the thrift store, but $54.95 on eBay and $62.99 for another listing. So comment below, do y'all remember Scentsy back in the day when that was really the go-to for wax warmers? This was a really pretty item on the holiday aisle. It was just a really sparkly silver glitter reindeer. It did not have a price on it, so I ended up putting him back. Our Goodwill, if it doesn't have a sticker, sometimes if you ask them, they will get you a price before you leave, but sometimes they just tell you that they can't sell it. But you can see our Christmas aisle is usually just packed full of some great treasures. I hope y'all enjoyed coming along with me this week to the Goodwill and thrifting around, just seeing what kind of unique items that we can find, and then coming home, doing a little research on them, getting the history, and just to see how much of a good deal they are at the thrift store. I love going and, like I say, just learning about items. So if you don't necessarily can find these items at your thrift store, a lot of these items you can still go out and get these items on eBay or order them online somewhere. So just a fun way to get ideas for home decor. And if you do look up on some of these at your thrift store, I hope you get a really good deal. I hope to see all of y'all back next Wednesday for a brand new video, because I'm about to start my Christmas edition.